I knew someone would join me.
Oh, you're lucky I was just laying in bed. Okay, I was just laying in bed with the bedroom light on. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going on for a little bit.
It's been a while, buddy.
Yeah, it's just you and me right now. I'm enjoying
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I mean, last time I saw you, I did not have these earbuds.
Oh, fancy AirPods or along that
Well,
realm?
it's like it's the knockoff. It's like the Chinese
Well,
knockoffs.
well, there's nothing wrong with the knockoff either. Sometimes the knockoff brand's better.
Yeah.
Catch?
Um. I'm gonna switch my
It's been,
feed.
been an exciting day for football, my friend.
Yeah, man. The Jets finally won a game.
Them
So that's
Jets look good.
five in a row. What kind of what's the matter with them? Um.
I mean, you had the barn burner in Las Vegas.
Can you believe that? Like
I feel,
how horrible do you have to be to lose 3-0?
I mean, anything's possible in the world of football, my friend.
I know. That's the part that's like really sad.
I mean, Buffalo and Kansas City didn't disappoint as usual.
Yeah. What really sucked was the fact that that dumb shit Kadarius Tony thought that, uh he could line up touchdown
Yeah.
Dallas.
There's a yellow laundry thing on the ground.
It's coming back.
Ugh. Oh, oh, they picked it up. Touchdown Dallas. CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. Big touchdown.
Opening drive touchdown.
Hmm. Yeah, so I can do more of these lives now that I don't have to wake up at 2 in the morning anymore.
Mm. I'll be up at 5 tomorrow. I have inventory.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh, well.
It's a rough. It's rough, dude. Like
Getting up
I
early,
feel
getting up
horrible.
to the people out there listening, getting up early sucks.
Yeah, dude. I don't
Unless,
recommend it.
I mean, if it's not work related, okay, getting up early is all right. Like getting up early just sucks. Especially too when it's still dark out, especially during this time of year, and like you wake up
Hmm.
and you're either hypothetically you go to bed at 10 o'clock and then you pass out, you wake up, and then you're like, all right, it is either 4:55 or it's 2 in the morning.
Right.
And then you look at your phone and then you see like three, you're like, I'll take it. And then you roll back over and go to sleep. Even 4 o'clock sometimes, I've woken up a few times before my alarm. I'm like, God, please have my phone say it's not time to get up. And then it shows it's not time to get up. I'm like, thank you. And then you're like, roll back over, pass out.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, yeah, it's definitely been a while for us. I live the bowling alley life and seafood life and background stuff of the network while everyone
Mhm.
else takes helm of writing and doing podcasts. I'm like, I will be back doing podcasts soon, hopefully.
Yeah, man, we could use you. You can use your voice.
Yeah. Eh, Patchman's teams are living the quiet life right now. Winnipeg's in the midst of their season, doing all right. The Knicks playing competitive basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, they held their own against Milwaukee in the in-season tournament.
Yeah. I mean,
That was a good game.
they're yeah, no, they've been playing well of late for sure. Um, I do feel horrible. Um, I really want to get to like this in-season tournament because I was like generally curious. I can't get on it, man. Like it's it's
I'm
it's a
all for it.
chore. It's a chore. I mean, I'm all for it too, but
I think it's gonna work out. Granted, LeBron had to win the first one.
right,
Ooh,
right, 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 right.
but I think it's gonna work out fine. It brings a little competitiveness, and then you don't have people resting for multiple games anymore.
Right, right.
You don't have people, when hypothetically, LeBron goes on an East Coast trip where he's facing the Wizards, he's facing the Nets, the Knicks. He's like, all right, I can take two of those games off and rest up
Yeah.
and play the one in the Garden, because who
I
doesn't want to play in the Garden?
right. I guess the in-season tournament, and here's the thing about the in-season tournament. Um, if we're gonna do this every year, it has to be like at different sites. It can't be always in Vegas. One of these days you'll have to shift to like an LA or have to shift even like a Seattle, the place that doesn't have, basketball
Honestly,
right now.
honestly, it's a weird thing to say, but whoever wins the tournament, that year's finals host it.
Okay. That's not a terrible thing.
Okay, so next year it'll be in the cryptocurrency Staples Center.
I would like this in-season tournament more if there was like in replacement of like an all-star break. So you start the season earlier. So let's say like a
Okay.
maybe midway, possibly early October. I know it's probably a tough ask for some of these players, but like you maybe go midway into October, you start the season, and then you run it to maybe around end of January or something like that, and then you have pretty much the month. So you sort of like a March Madness type of thing, but it's like February Madness. I don't know. And then you have this in-season tournament, and then and then the way you can do like an all-star type of thing too for like the championship rounds. So like the semifinals and the championship, you can have that 3-point contest. You can have
The dunk
the
contest.
dunk contest, the skills challenge, all that stuff. Be surrounded by the championship game, semifinals type of thing. Like the NBA they have to do a better job at it because right now this format where it's like, well, it's a part of the regular season. They count towards It's like that's just like too confusing. Like to me, you have to take some time off in the league in the regular season play.
I'd say, I mean, you can't do it, unfortunately, but me being the extravagant fan that I am and thinking outside the box, whoever wins is guaranteed an eight seed, is guaranteed the eight seed in the playoffs.
I mean,
Just,
you
just
want.
to be wild.
I mean,
Get
I guess
give your
that.
give yourself a guaranteed playoff spot if you win the tournament. Come
Yeah.
on. You would see a lot of competitive basketball.
But then obviously, if they're better than an 8 seed, they get to go up. It's just
Yep,
that they're
floater.
guaranteed the playoff spot. Um, but yeah, no, the in-season tournament they have to plan this better. So to me, I feel like the better way to go about it is, let's not make it as a part of the regular season. Let's have like at least a month where we can dedicate it towards like this in-season type of thing. And then we could, you know, have your first round matches, you have your group play, and then you have, whatever.
Yep.
And then in that championship rounds. So you have the semifinals and the championship. Make like a whole weekend out of it where you can have like, all it basically replaces the All-Star game.
Okay.
Have it sort of like that. I don't know, it's just an idea.
Do the other three leagues follow with their own in-season tournament?
Yeah. I mean, look, it's an interesting idea. They're just going about it the wrong way because
Yeah.
it's too confusing. Like the idea that it's taking place as part of regular season games, like I can't get behind that. It has to be its own month where it's only tournament games. They don't count towards anything but the tournament.
Hmm. But shout out to the Lakers winning the inaugural in-season
Yeah,
tournament. Hope,
they
hope,
play very well.
hopefully they get a nice new championship ring with it.
Yeah, and you know what? I could give a shout out to Indiana, the Pacers. Uh, Tyrese Halliburton's a beast. He's dope, dude. And I knew
Nope.
that, long before this tournament happened, but he really showed out.
Start. I mean, there's a almost
Oh
three
yeah.
quarters of now. There's almost on a different note. We'll keep in the LA area. There's somebody that's now almost three-quarters of $1 billion richer. That made me kind of throw up in my mouth a little bit.
I'm sorry. No one was matching that. And I would have been pissed at the Yankees if they matched that.
Oh my god, the Yankees would have said, "Hey, how about 15 years? Here's $1 billion." Ugh.
Like,
Ugh.
that's just way too much money
It's
for
unsettling.
anybody.
That's unsettling if you really think
Now
about
he'll probably get hit with the taxes because that's what they do.
it. My man's still walking away with what, 400 million?
Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do with all that money.
I would say, all right, after my 10 years is done, I am moving to a different state with no income tax. And
Yep.
I'm just going to live on a ranch.
That's on Dallas, I think.
I don't know if you're ahead of me or behind me.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you're ahead of me. False start?
It's going to be false start.
All right.
The Eagles were trying to claim that it was offside, but the guy moved first. I saw that. But I mean, let me see. Yeah, no, he's mm, I guess.
Who's playing the who? But yeah,
Oh, first down.
Well, yeah,
Big time
Shohei.
play.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's all right. Shohei Ohtani, 10 years, 700 million, going across town to be with the Dodgers.
Nuts. Um, Rifkin did a amazing. It'll be released sometime tomorrow, but Rifkin did a great job at analyzing not only what it means for the Dodgers, but what it means for the teams that missed out on Shohei. So stay tuned for a new edition of Batter Up coming out. Um, 10 years, $700 million. Oh, that's a brutal for the Eagles. Um, I
I
mean,
find the
just the just a series of events that happened on Friday with the John Morosi tweet saying he was on his way to Toronto to
Ohtani.
finalize a deal, only to find out he was not on a plane to Canada at all.
Yep.
And that And then he's still in Southern California. Then literally the next day at around the same time, Shohei
Oh, gee.
announces he's going to the Dodgers. Like that's just some soul crushing fumble, fumble, fumble.
Fumble. I love how that's the universal thing when the ball is starts going somewhere else. Everyone just starts yelling fumble.
Fumble, Dallas ball. Wow.
And speaking of Otani, his contract breakdown. Someone broke it down. So it's $70 million a year. He's going to make $5.83 million a month. He'll make 1.346 million a week, $191,000 a day. He makes 7,900 an hour. He's making $133.18 a minute, and per second he's making 222.
Wild.
I mean, $2.22 a second.
And
So right now, my man.
for right now, until his elbow's healed, it's to hit the damn ball.
Yep,
That's crazy.
my man's getting paid $70 million to hit the baseball. And I'm pretty sure I just heard old ops guy from up here in Dutchess County
Mm-hmm.
with that fumble. Oh, someone edited the Dodgers concession stand new prices. Dodger dog $300, Super Dodger dog $300. You want a Bavarian pretzel? Oh, that's gonna cost you $100.
Oh, these are fake prices, right?
Yes, these are fake
All right,
prices.
all right, about to say.
Hey, but hey, your cheese sauce cup is still 225. You want a souvenir
uh,
fountain soda? $1,000. Dasani bottled water? $100. Sounds like you're at the airport. I will say, when I went to Yankee Stadium this past year, prices were actually reasonable. I couldn't
which
complain.
is
I
which is not thing people say about Yankee Stadium.
I will say I went to Yankee Stadium this year for a game when the Nationals were in town, and then of course that's the game where Judge decides to hit 3 home runs and the Yankees 9-game skid.
Yeah.
But, all right, pretty actually still kind of cool to see someone hit 3 home runs in the same game. I had never seen that before. But I, got reasonable tickets too because that's when the Yankees were a dumpster fire. And drinks, okay, souvenir drink, okay, $10. All right, that's fine. Well, yeah, I couldn't complain about the Yankee prices.
6 years ago when I started going Yankee games regularly before I moved down to DC, I would go to the standing room only seats because they're the cheapest. They start at like at the time it's way more expensive now, which is absurd. But they start at around $15 and the drink is included. So um
Hey,
and I think it's only like the first drink or two, maybe those included. But yeah, it'll be nice. So you'd be standing around, you get your free Pepsi or whatever, free beer, whatever it is, and then you just chill out. It was a great time. Um, and then I'll probably get like a popcorn because it's one of the cheapest items, and I'm putting that lightly. It's really not cheap. It's actually incredibly expensive. Um, yeah. So Dallas, by the way, with the fumble recovery, they are well into the red zone. Um, well, oh wait, no, they're not. I thought they were. Sorry.
no, they're just going back to the
They're yeah, sorry. I mean I wasn't paying attention. No, they're in their territory at around the 20-yard line. So that's my bad. Um
I mean, I've only been to a couple baseball stadiums in my time, and by far, I think the cheapest was Camden or
Mm,
Comerica.
see,
Comerica
see,
Park was pretty
it's a
cheap.
beaut that is a beautiful park. It
Detroit
really
Stadium, oh
is.
yeah, beautiful ballpark.
Yeah, Detroit. First of all, I mean, I only went to the Tigers games when the Tigers suck. So that was pretty tough because I know Detroit's a very passionate fan base. Like, you know, to shout out to all my Detroiters out there that, love their city and everything. Um, that's a very passionate fan base, the Detroit Rock City. Um, but no one was in the stands. So it's just like, well, this isn't good. I want to see more Detroit. A nice catch by Lamb. Um, America's a beautiful park. It really is.
National Stadium, Nationals Park is really nice.
Yeah, Nats Park is great.
I
Nats
mean, that's
Park. What I like about Nats Park is it's very fan friendly.
oh
Um,
yeah, we're we're a good fan base.
yeah, I love the president's race. I can't get enough of that.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That is fun. Milwaukee has the sausages. We have the presidents,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and Pittsburgh has the condiments. Well, I guess the only other news for baseball, is where is Yamamoto gonna land?
He's a better fit for the Mets, but he needs to be a Yankee.
Got to continue the Japanese baseball player tradition.
Yeah, man. Every year now, it seems like we're getting a lot more talent from Japan. Mostly pitching, which is like, okay. I want to see I mean, we got Shohei, but I want to see more hitters come from Japan.
There must be some good hitters out there in Japan. I think Ichiro's still playing.
Oh, what in like the small town leagues or something?
Yeah, he's still playing.
He can still rake though. Like,
Oh, Ichiro can. I think what people forget is Ichiro can actually he can hit moonshots. He just never
yeah.
chose to. He would
Well, I
rather
mean, right.
he would put the ball in
Ichiro
play.
Ichiro was never he never wanted to be a home run hitter, which is fine. But he can certainly smack the damn ball. Yeah, he can hit bombs, dude. But no, it's just not his style. He would much rather use his legs and run around the bases, make the fielders earn it. That's the type of play he is, and it's smart, and it's what's going to get him to the Hall of Fame, and he will be a Hall of Famer.
Is he unanimous?
No, because some writer is going to be like, well, you see, in the first ballot, they're going to make some dumb shit excuse, and then they're going to hide their faces and not answer to the people,
It's gonna be the
which I also think is ridiculous, by the way.
it's gonna be the same person that snubbed Jeter.
Yeah. And then the baseball writer is going to be like, well, he doesn't have to show his identity. No, 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 no. If you vote, if you know that someone is for sure a Hall of Famer and you don't vote on the first ballot, you need to tell them why.
Agreed.
People should have to answer to their vote. Don't hide like a, you know what,
Don't be hiding like a wussy.
you know, as holding. An answer to the reason as to why he did. I hate. Tipped. Incomplete. I hate when you have all these baseball writers who don't make their votes public, and then because they're writers and because this is such a fraternity that they have to hide themselves. It's like, no, don't like give your reasons. Look, if people criticize you, man. But no
Agreed.
more hiding. Oh. That holding penalty is going to be a killer. You see, because Tony Pollard ran for like a trillion yards there. Man, I can't wait for when the millennial baseball writers come in. You know, you know, A-Rod's getting in. You know that they're going to advocate for Barry Bonds.
They're
They're going
gonna
to
put
advocate for Sammy Sosa.
Pete Rose will be going in.
Mm-hmm. Not these old-fashioned baseball writers that like to live in the past and play this game with us.
It was baseball purity, my friend.
Yeah. Oh, and let's be real. They know that whatever the steroids, whatever Pete Rose did, actually helped the game. It didn't, you know, it was at the time they're like, okay, this is actually good for the game and stuff. They knew it was good for the game. They knew it was good for their sport that they're covering,
Yep.
and they reap the benefits.
The biggest slap in the face is seeing DraftKings and Fanatics and all that hoopla
Yeah. See,
inside.
nowadays, players are betting on sports.
Yeah,
Sports betting is legal. Now, steroids, not so much, but sports
not yet.
betting's legal. First down. Flags, probably holding.
Just amazes me.
Horrible. Dallas, it's trying to get it going, but these penalties are killing them.
Well,
I don't know about that. Go ahead.
you know, Ichiro should be a Hall of Famer, but he spent some of his time in Japan. So just for that reason, I can't make
Yeah.
him 100% unanimous.
Or
Because
he
the
spent a, or he spent most of his career in Seattle where they didn't do anything. They'll find some BS.
Yes, they will.
I think that's gonna be the biggest one. Well, he never won a World Series. Well, in Seattle, he didn't do much. They're gonna find
Dude
anything.
only hit what 200 hits for what 11, like 12 consecutive seasons or something like that.
Yeah.
The all-time. Yes, he went to my. Yes, he jumped around the league a little bit, but the dude's the all-time leader in baseball in hits. Not the MLB, but in hits total, he's the all-time leader
Mm.
in hits. And personally, if he spent his whole career over here in the States, he probably would have broke Pete Rose's record.
Mm-hmm. Obliterated it.
But that didn't happen. Wow, Dallas is punting for the first time since Thanksgiving. Oh, they're gonna try a 60-yard field goal. Interesting.
In indoors, you never know.
Indoors.
What a
Indoors.
what a leg.
Da, 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 da. Oh, plenty of room.
What a leg.
Could have probably would have been good for like 67.
It would have been good from 80. These kickers, man, they knew that these kickers know the assignment, bro. Kickers from 20 years ago, kickers from 10 years ago would not make it from 60.
Unless you're Justin Tucker.
Yeah, well, duh. He's a beast, man. Not even Adam Vinatieri could do that. And
No.
Vinatieri is one of the best kickers, arguably the best kicker of all time. He couldn't even make that.
No. Hmm.
That Kadarius Tony play at the end of the Chiefs Bills game
Oh
is
my God.
rough.
Brutal. Because Kelsey made a heads up play
Yeah.
with
Well, he
the
made the
lateral.
smart. He made the smart play. See, Kelsey's such a good ball player, man. He's such a good football player, dude. But man, I mean, some fans are arguing over it, and I understand. They're also not calling it, Buffalo's with it. I think there was some video where, um, one Bills defender was like lined up well over that blue line, and they didn't call that offsides, but it's like,
It's just it's fun just watching Chiefs fans
yeah,
bitch and
I'm
moan.
sorry, I really can't feel bad for the Chiefs. I can't.
I mean, just watching them bitch and moan, thinking that every
Like
flag should be thrown.
they don't get calls at all. Like,
Oh, th- uh,
give
the
me a
what
break.
the one they got last week against the Packers, where Mahomes
Yeah.
is clearly he's still inbounds and he just gets a little, and he's like falling off the cliff. Come on,
Yeah, and Karma's a what? They lost
karma.
that game.
Yes, they did. Go Pack, go.
Or that egregious uh the PI call on Sauce Gardner in the early weeks of the season,
Mm.
where it was a late ass call, wasn't even a PI. Um Chiefs get calls, man.
They do.
So I don't feel bad. Mahomes was basically crying after the game too.
Yep.
It's just it's a good sight. Now it's not good for the Jets because Buffalo won. Jets,
Yeah, but
they're still talking about trying to make the playoffs, and well, I ain't gonna help them. But
nope. But Aaron Rodgers is going to come back this season and defy science. Still, if Aaron Rodgers takes a snap on the field this season again, does he get comeback player of the year already?
no, It's too late for that.
Still remarkable though. That he's in practice. He's on the active roster.
I still think he's not as 100% or healthy as he's making it out to be. Like, if I'm being real with you, I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers is lying
Right.
that
I'm
he's
listening.
feeling a whole lot better, but I feel like he's not as close as he's making it out to be. And this is all just a bunch of publicity that he's trying to get because he can't stand away from being away from the spotlight. He can't stand being away from the spotlight.
You got the Pat
So
McAfee show. He's fine.
yeah, so yeah, no, I think this is just Aaron Rodgers trying to get attention. I don't think he's close to being back. I find that hard to believe. Um, I also don't believe that he completely tore his Achilles. He completely ruptured his Achilles. I think he got a second opinion. I'm not usually a conspiracy guy, but I believe he got a second opinion, and the second opinion said, well, the Achilles is really not this torn as bad as initially diagnosed, and we're gonna do this surgery that's going to, have a much quicker recovery time.
He just wanted
But
to
at
try
the
to get rid of
same,
that. Go ahead. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
So I think that's true. And I also think he's not fully ready to play.
I think he just wanted to get rid of that horrendous O line that you guys have.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, I just saw a nice USA commercial.
I'm watching it too.
Uh Shakari Richardson. I hope she plays this time. In the Paris Olympics.
It's like Christmas Eve football.
Mhm.
Oh, Saturday football. Christmas Eve football.
Yeah.
Mm. Incomplete.
Excuse me, sorry.
You're fine.
Mm.
Mm. Oh, fake.
Trickery. I just saw that. Oh, my old friend, Braden Mann, with the trickery. All right, Eagles in business, I guess.
Nice pass by man.
Oh, good, good.
Good pass.
Yeah, Braden Mann has an arm.
Okay. Did I say anything good?
Um, no, it's 3rd and 5. Good throw by Hurts. Good play by. All right, long field goal try. Good defense by Dallas.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
These kickers, man. That is easy. 3 points for the Eagles.
Da, 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 da.
This past week, um,
Yes.
you know, Zach Wilson's gotten a lot of crap.
He had a little heat.
Yeah, it's refreshing to see the NFL community outside the Jets organization weighing their opinions on the Jets handling of Zach Wilson. And again, this is again when I say the way the Jets are handling their business with Zach Wilson, this is not an endorsement of Zach Wilson's ability to play. We all know he's probably not going to be it for the Jets, and that's fine. But a lot of people outside of the Jets circles are coming into his defense, and it really shows, like, you know, how much really that the Jets are blowing this development for Wilson.
Mm. Hey, Zach Wilson balled today.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wanted to
Yeah,
get more. He wanted to get more attention on himself and derive it from Rodgers.
yeah. I don't know. I'm very sure Diana Rossini had a source that said whatever, multiple sources. But I don't know how true a lot of these sources are, the information these sources are given.
As a former president would say, it's all fake news.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's fake news. I think someone just over exaggerated because they don't like Zach Wilson, and it's just like the information after we started getting more information from the Athletic. Like I really started to question like how true the source was. Not saying that the source wasn't telling the truth or anything. Like
Right.
The information, like how accurate is the information that the source is giving Diana Rossini? But yeah, no, like Zach Wilson's certainly getting a lot of support from outside the Jets circles, and I guess it just goes to show you, like, the game is not as easy as people are making it out to be, and you know, maybe the Jet fan base is very impatient. It doesn't mean we're wrong about Zach Wilson. It doesn't mean we're right about Zach Wilson. Today is one of it easily probably his best game ever as a Jet.
Agreed.
A game where it was his offense that dictated the narrative, and they weren't playing from behind.
Oh, nice pass.
It is
That
a
was
beautiful pass
Ferguson.
too.
It's interesting. They're comparing Dax. Here we go to Omaha and Green 19 from Manning and Rogers on like
Right.
how loud he yells it. All
Yeah.
right, here we
Yeah.
go. A little hell. Oh, and according to Brandon Staley, Herbert has a right indexed finger fracture.
He ain't playing the rest of the season
And nope.
unless they tape up the finger.
I mean, have a tape like that, I think you can still throw the football. Might be hard, but
Well, it really depends on how he feels.
right. That might be hard. First down. Apparently, Mahomes slammed his helmet on the sideline.
Yeah, he was really, really pissed. Excuse my language. He was really pissed.
Ah, I'm sure he ripped his team a new one. I. That's
Well,
it.
he was basically crying.
He was throwing like I said earlier. He was throwing a hissy fit. He didn't get a call to go his way, and boo hoo.
He had to be held back by a lot of his teammates.
Travis Kelsey, that's it. You can't see Taylor this week. You're running field goal post to field goal post 100 times.
Like Mahomes looking a fucking child, dude.
But yet, if Josh Allen did that, all the whole media's in a squirm. Josh
Oh
Allen is,
yeah.
bah,
Oh
bah,
yeah.
bah.
If it, yeah.
This is Josh Allen. This is Aaron Rodgers. This is Dak, or even
Yeah, exactly. I don't feel bad I really don't feel bad for the Chiefs. I don't feel bad for Mahomes. He can moan all
wah,
he wants and
wah.
you know you
Let me call the ambulance.
know
Wah, as I like to do to my friends while they're balling sometimes. You know what that is? That is wah to the
yeah,
wah to the wah 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 wah.
yeah. Go home, go to Brittany and get some milk.
And she can rock you to sleep.
That's what you because that's what he basically is doing right now.
Or just go watch him,
He
or go watch a Muppets Christmas and feel better.
yeah. No.
Since Kermit's on there,
Go home, go to Brittany, get some milk.
and have some
You'll be fine.
cereal.
You'll be fine.
We'll warm the bottle up for you.
Mm-hmm. But, no, Brittany, don't even give him some milk. Give him some formula. The
We'll give you
non-real crap.
we'll give you some Ensure, not a sponsor, to ensure that you are a crybaby.
Warm it up, and she'll feed you. I do give the Sean McDermott a lot of credit for this game because if you really think about it, the Bills really embarrassed the Chiefs today.
Oh
The
yeah.
score may not show it because the Bills are not a good team either, but
Oh,
I know, right? That was a terrible drop pass. He should have caught that. And no, that was not a good play by the Eagles guy. He dropped it. He should have caught that. Touchdown. He got it. He's in.
who got it?
He's in.
What, Tony Pollard?
Wow, he didn't get in. I thought he was sure for sure in. Take a play out of the Philly playbook, man.
Tushy push.
This is where you gotta. This is the moment. See, this is my issue with all these NFL teams. You know, they don't take plays out of other people's playbook. At least the Jets have done the Philly special like a trillion times here. You know, go up there and Mike McCarthy's challenging. I don't know if he'll win this one. That's very close. But But this is a moment where you need to get Reptar, you need to get the Thing, you need to get the Hulk, you need to get Thor, you need to get all these big time people, have Dak Prescott in the middle, and you absolutely mush him in. You drive him in for the brotherly shove touchdown. You get Reptar, you get the Thing, you get the Hulk, you get Thor. Heck, bring in Goldberg for crying out loud. Get all those people and you absolutely ram him into the end zone for the brotherly shove touchdown. Wow. Touchdown, Dallas. Yeah, see, I knew I wasn't tripping. He was in there. Touchdown. 17-3 Dallas. Huge. And
Hey,
Halpern is
Uncle.
going Halpern's going dances right now. But
I think I just heard him again down the road.
dance to the music. Halpern.
About the Bears getting a win too today.
Yeah, I don't know. The Lions are killing me, dude. Like they haven't been right since the Baltimore game. I know they've won games since then, but
And
the
then they got
Baltimore
embarrassed.
did the
Then
Baltimore
they
game exposed them, and they've every team has watched since they paid attention.
and then they got embarrassed on Thanksgiving
Yeah,
again because the moon was in waxing, whatever the hell they can't win when the moon's the moon's
yeah.
in
They
that
they
tournament.
and they and they never win on Thanksgiving. That's another
No,
big thing.
it's a Thanksgiving tradition. Turkey, family, football, and a Detroit Lions loss. You top it all off with pumpkin pie, even though I'm not a pumpkin pie fan.
I love me some pumpkin pie, dude.
But
Even during
Tom,
this time of year, it's a nice run. Go ahead.
I'll take the pecan pie.
I love pecan pie. Love pecan pie. See, pumpkin, pecan, and what's a close third? Those are the two pies I would eat on a regular basis. Maybe some blueberry, but blueberries are iffy with me.
Yeah, same here. Not a big blueberry fan.
I mean, I'll eat it if it's offered to me, but like just
You're not going out of your way.
no, no. I will definitely go out of my way for a pecan pie.
I would too.
Put some ice cream on that shit.
Oof. Little coof whip.
Mhm. Good keep by Jalen Hurts. My, oh my. Got it. Nice throw. It's a beautiful pass from Hurts to Brown. Mhm. Hold for a second.
I Instacart, that was stupid. Ugh. Yeah.
Oh, down he goes. Down he goes. And he ain't going nowhere.
Down goes Rocky.
Somebody help him. Screw the Eagles. Ooh, awesome pressure by Dallas. Billy's drive stalls. And plenty of time for Dallas to score more points.
Oh yeah.
The hell's that? Too many flags. Way too many flags. It's amazing.
Shout out Mike McCarthy too. Had his appendix out earlier this week. Is on the sidelines.
And he's coaching, right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I don't know anyone that could have an emergency appendix
Academic.
surgery because of acute appendicitis is not missed time. He's a trooper, dude.
Our mission is to employ people with different abilities. TikTok is allowing us to show what acceptance looks like on a day-to-day basis here at the bakery. This is a community of complete love. It's the people that lift you up and people on TikTok do that on a daily basis. And I've never found a community like that ever.
Oh, little sleepy, sorry.
I'm starting to fall asleep myself.
Let's quickly go around the league today. Obviously, we already talked about it. Jets beat the Texans 30-6. A 30 spot for the New York Jets. You know,
Yeah.
three weeks ago, it seemed like the Jets couldn't even move 2 yards.
Huh.
Now they're scoring 30 points. 301 yards for Zach Wilson, 2 touchdowns. Garrett Wilson, 9 receptions for 108 yards. Incredible stuff. The Buccaneers actually won a game, 29-25 final score over the Falcons.
Yeah, three-way tie for the NFC South right now, I think.
That division is ass right now, dude. Right now, the Buccaneers control that division, if I'm not mistaken. Bears beat the Lions 28-13. Terrible game for the Bears. I mean, the Lions. Terrible game for the Lions.
Yeah, the Lions.
The Bears were terrific all over. Justin Fields was terrific. Bears defense. Well, Bears defense has always been solid. Oh, he got that touchdown. Oh, is he short? He's short by maybe a few feet.
Tampa Bay, Atlanta, New Orleans, all tied.
That's amazing, dude. Bengals beat the Colts 34-14. Jake Browning, another fantastic game. He had an interception, but he also had 2 touchdowns and 275 yards passing.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon with 21 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown. This is a good one. Echo, quarterback. Cleveland Browns, 31-27 final score. 311 yards for the old man. 3 touchdowns.
Browns have a wild card spot right now.
Browns do have a wild card spot right now. Yeah. It's amazing how Joe Flacco, he was a statue with the Jets, but now all of a sudden he wants to play like he's a freaking Super Bowl winning quarterback. So just goes to show you once again, um, that all the quarterback issues that the Jets are having, part of it's on the stupid ass coaching that we have.
I agree.
The Saints won 28-6, beat the absolute crapshoot that is the Carolina Panthers. Touchdown, Dallas. How do you allow Dallas to go down the field if you're Philly? There's a flag. Yeah, flag's picked up. That's horrible if you're Philly. You can't allow Dallas to go down the field for a touchdown like that. You gotta get stops.
Philly looking like they're getting exposed right now.
Yeah, in the last 2 weeks, man. I was saying this earlier on Sunday Sideline Report. By the way, you can watch Sunday Sideline Report every Sunday at 10 o'clock during football Sunday. Recaps are always on YouTube. Um, the Eagles had a really rough game against the 49ers. And right now, they're running into the Dallas Cowboys at the absolute worst time because after a beatdown like that they had against San Francisco, you need a get right game and you need it fast. And this is not a get right game for the Eagles.
There's a meme of Mookie and Otani, and it's Mookie saying, "You and me on my couch in October watching the World Series."
Rams and Ravens went to overtime, game-winning touchdown. Pass for the Ravens propels them 37-31 final score.
Ravens looking real good.
Ravens they're the best team in the AFC by far. It's because the Ravens actually have faced really good teams. The Dolphins, on the other hand, all their wins, not all their wins, but a lot of their wins are against losing teams. The difference between, the Ravens and Dolphins, that if you have a losing record with the the teams that Dolphins have faced, like the Dolphins can beat up on you, and that's what they have done. So,
Oh, just kneel it down, Philly. Go to halftime.
okay, go to that. We get it. Go to the break, regroup. 3-0 final score. Vikings Raiders. 3-0. It was scoreless until the last 2 minutes of the game.
Big oof.
Awful, awful, awful game.
I would have.
By the way,
I would have hit.
go ahead.
Ugh, imagine paying to go to that game.
Ugh, hell no.
Oof.
And by the way, I don't want to hear any more about Josh Dobbs. He's not a starting quarterback in this league.
No. I'd rather watch the Royals and the Nationals play a baseball game than go to that football game. That's not
Aiden
a dig.
O'Connell. Yeah, exactly. Aiden O'Connell wasn't good either. He couldn't even move the damn ball. Valiant effort by the Seahawks, but the 49ers are too much. 28-16 final score in favor of San Francisco.
I'll take the
Purdy.
fantasy points.
Exactly. Brock Purdy, 368 yards for 2 touchdowns. Did have an interception, though. Christian McCaffrey had 16 carries, 145 yards. Stellar job. Debo Samuel, 7 receptions, 149 yards, and a touchdown reception. The Bills beat the Chiefs. We already talked about that. 2017. Patrick Mahomes crying and crying and crying to Brittany Mahomes' lap and receiving the milk because a call didn't go his way.
Guess what, Patrick? You get the milk, but you know what you don't get? The cookies to go with it. No cookies for
20
you.
A good game by James Cook. He had 10 carries for 58 yards, but he also has 5 receptions for 83 yards and a touchdown reception. Um, so excellent game by James Cook. By the way, it's halftime in Dallas. 24-6, like I said, the Eagles wasted their time. 24-7 final score in LA. Broncos over the Chargers. Russell Wilson had 224 yards of passing with 2 touchdowns and an interception. Chargers offense is virtually nowhere.
Well, now with Herbert on injury,
Yeah, I don't
shut
know
it
what that's
down.
gonna look like. I don't know what that's gonna look like. Yeah, they need to cut ties. It's over. It is over. Now, after these week's games, and we still have 2 more left, but a lot of them don't matter. Well, I can't say that. It does matter for the Packers. And maybe the Giants if the NFC continues to crash. It's amazing how they're still in it. But after the Sunday slate for sure, right now we have Baltimore at the top of the AFC. Miami is close in second place. They have a game Monday night. The Chiefs are in third place no matter what happens. The Jaguars are in fourth place no matter what happens. Chiefs lead the AFC West. Jaguars lead the AFC South. Cleveland Browns are the fifth seed at 8-5. Pittsburgh is at the sixth seed at 7-6 and dropping fast. The Indianapolis Colts are at the seventh seed. They're at 7-6. Tied with Pittsburgh and Indianapolis is Houston at 7-6. They lost to the Jets, which does not help their case. Denver helps their case. They improved to 7-6 as well. The Bengals, they win. Um, they improved to 7-6. That helps their case. And the Buffalo Bills have won their game. They improved to 7-6. That helps their case. So basically is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-way tie for the sixth seed at 7-6 in the
Boy,
AFC.
crazy.
Oh, that is brutal, man. Um, Tied for the 12th seed in the AFC, the Chargers, the Raiders, and the Jets. They're all 5-8 on the outside looking in. Hopefully, some of these teams can drop so that if the Jets go on a incredible 5-game winning streak to end the season, they could be 9-8 and hopefully sneak in. That's asking a lot. Tennessee is at 4-8. They're the 15th seed, and the last place in the AFC is the lowly New England Patriots at 3-10. They are done, no matter what happens.
Belichick going to be repping a new team come this time next year.
That'll be funny if he does.
Never know. It could be that one team in New York. I'm not
Which
talking
one?
about the one up north. I'm talking about one of them down Jersey boy teams.
Okay. Oh, it would be the Giants. He has
I think
roots.
he has roots there, but he might go to the Jets. You never know.
I mean, he spurred the Jets the last time. We don't want him.
Think
Screw him.
if Rodgers is healthy, a healthy Rodgers and Bill Belichick working
Mhm.
together.
You know who's another coach besides Bill Belichick that Rodgers likes? Mike Tomlin.
Ooh,
And I think Pittsburgh, you know,
Pittsburgh's ready to move
I
on.
think,
Mike
I
Tolman.
think, yeah, I think the fans are starting to get tired of well, we didn't have a losing season crap. I think they're starting to get tired of that. They want to win. So if you can bring Mike Tomlin in here, I mean, I'll be okay with that. How do you say no?
True.
Um, the NFC slate's not quite done yet, but uh as it stands right now, the Eagles, and this may change after tonight. No, not may change. This will change at the end of tonight if the Eagles were to lose. Right now, the Eagles are at the top of the NFC at 10-2. San Francisco won their game. They improved to 10-3. They're second. The Detroit Lions are the third seed. They lead the NFC North. They lost today, which does not help their case, but they are 9-4 and easily winning in that NFC North. Um, Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 6-7. They won their game, which helps their case. Dallas is currently playing the Eagles, so we'll know exactly where everything stands after that game. Minnesota Vikings are in the 60th. They're at 7-6. The Green Bay Packers, Patchy's beloved Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love at quarterback, is 6-6. They face the Giants on Monday night. The Rams are in the 8th seed. They're at 6-7. Seattle lost their game to the 49ers. They're 6-7. That does not help their case. The Atlanta Falcons lost their game to the Buccaneers. They're 6-7. That does not help their case. New Orleans improved to 6-7 today. That helps their case. The Bears are mathematically in it, but let's be honest, the Bears don't want to make the playoffs. They're at 5-8. The Giants are at 4-8, 13th seed. Chicago's the 12th seed. The Washington Commanders are 4-9. They're at the 14th seed. The Arizona Cardinals, for some stupid, odd reason, are still in the mathematically in it. They're at 3-10. They're about to be eliminated. And the Carolina Panthers are already eliminated at 1-12. They lost today, and it certainly helps their case in terms of draft position, which will go to the Chicago Bears.
The Bears. Uh,
The Bears are going to get the number one pick in the draft. If I'm the Bears, I would keep Justin Fields and I would trade that pick and get a nice, good looking wide receiver or a nice big time defender or a nice running back. I would not pick.
but
You
the
got
Bears are gonna
something.
the Bears are
Oh
gonna
yeah, no,
pick.
they're gonna choose, and that's their choice. But if I were the Bears, I'd think about trading it.
No one cares about the Harris extended tour. Who cares? And I'll say
Where's
that
it going?
live.
It's gonna go. Where's it gonna go now? Is it gonna go to Antarctica?
It's gonna be the
It's,
extended 5 hour version of the concert.
oh, geez, who gives a crap about that?
Parents, and no offense to any of
Isn't
my
it 3 minutes of Taylor. I mean, I listen to top 40 radio, pop radio all the time. I have
Uh-huh.
to listen to three Taylor Swift songs, and I love Taylor Swift. I had to listen to three Taylor Swift songs. 9 minutes of Taylor Swift is good enough for me. And that's just it. That's all I need.
Well, Dan, you know what you got to do in that situation?
Exactly.
Shake it
Um,
off. I
we'll end it here.
had
Go
to
to
go to
sleep,
bed.
Patch.